Sunday, October 20th, 2024. Driving Sunday morning about 10:19 a.m. Driving down to the airport. Gonna work all day today. So let's see, update. The baby, little man, little David, he's what, almost 3 weeks old? And he's there, and trying to get a house, trying to get a rental house. So the first one we applied to didn't qualify, mostly because of my credit, probably. Like me and Jessica, we have the income to rent a house. It's the credit is going to be the issue. So, she was it was an awesome house too, man. It was a surprise, right across from this big like county park. It was amazing, great house. Didn't get it, so that sucked. So yesterday on Saturday, I didn't work. We went out to look at houses again. Found a few more, like 3 more. Now we're going to apply with a different company. So this company, they offer 2-year leases. So that's something there. And I think we got $100 off the application fee and $250 off the first month rent. And if we don't get approved on this one, we'll get some of the money back then for the application fee. But man, we got to get a house. So, but right now Jessica was reading the fine print. The thing that she submitted yesterday, and like if we get approved, we have to come up with the rest of the money within 48 hours, and it's like $4,000. So I don't know how that's gonna happen. I think she has like half of it, so that's gonna be an issue. We're probably gonna have to borrow from her brother Alfred. I don't know who else we're gonna borrow from. And you got like Quentin and Izzy living with us, and they're 20. I think they're 25 and 26, but I feel like they're like teenagers. Like dealing with them, they feel like they're 18-year-olds, very immature as far as like this, I don't know, responsibility. They're paying 0 rent, 0 utilities, nothing. And when the baby was like almost born, and right after it was born, Quinn took a bunch of days off without pay, so he got massively behind. Obviously, on his bills. So he's been borrowing money, or not borrowing, not like he's gonna pay it back, for groceries, for diapers, for formula, which we don't have, which Jessica gives it to out of her money, but that's money that now we don't have. So hopefully, and so I told her, man, this week I was like, I hope Quinn can at least work 5 days in a row, because he doesn't work weekends most of the time. I think once in a while there's overtime available, but. And then Friday he didn't work. I'm like, are you effing kidding me? I'm working like 6-7 days a week at 57 years old. And this kid that's 26 can't work 5 days in a row. That's why I say I feel like I'm dealing with teenagers. But I mean, almost it seems like all adult children nowadays are just not as mature as people were 20, 30 years ago at that age. So definitely seem like big kids as far as responsibility of overall everything, like having, paying your own bills, having your own car. I don't know, but I mean the economy is so bad, and inflation, it's almost impossible for people to live on their own without at least one other person. Like, nowadays you gotta be making really good money to live by yourself, without roommates, without a significant other. Like, you gotta be making good money, like $100,000 a year, I think, to live any kind of life in any kind of big city. Now, if you live in the middle of nowhere, maybe, but if you're living in Phoenix, LA, especially LA, everything's so expensive that you gotta have help. And I even saw something the other day about families used to stay together anyway. Like, you had a family farm, or that kind of thing. And all the kids didn't just move out and scatter all over the country. That wasn't a thing. That's a thing now. Another bad thing about that is that when people get old, they don't have anybody to take care of them. If they have adult kids that even talk to them, because another thing nowadays is just cutting off your parents. Like, so easily people cut off their parents. It's unbelievable. Even if you're not like close to them, like I wasn't really close to my parents, either one of them, but I never thought of cutting them off. But I could have done a lot better, especially with my mom. Because I lived with my dad for the last 20 years of his life. Texas. So I never had the money to go visit them in Texas. When she lived with David in Texas, I never went one time to visit her. And then even when she would call me, I would be like, oh man, why is she calling me? We don't have anything to talk about. Man, I regret that now so bad. Because I guess what my kids do to me. they never call me. And so if I might get a text, and actually they don't even text me. I have to text them first. Andy once in a while, like once a month, might send me something from Twitter or something, but Kyle and Raiden, I don't hear from them. Only if I initiate it. Or there's some issue with some kind of, at the house in St. Gabriel, some kind of bill. Like Kyle called me last week and somebody called him, some creditor called him looking for me, but it looks like I got to talk to him, you know. so that's the update for now. We'll see if we get qualified for the second house. And if we do, we have to come up with that money. If we don't, then we really got to figure it out, because today's the 20th of October and we have to be out of our apartment by November 8th. So that is 11 plus 8, that's 19 days. We have 19 days to find out another place to live. And I guess the apartment that we're in is already rented out. So even if, like I told Jessica, well, maybe we can just stay where we're at for another, nope, the apartment's already rented. Like people rented it without even looking at it, just like we did. So I don't know if they have any other apartments available there, because our cats, especially Kitty Cat, is comfortable there. But I really don't want to stay there anyway. I mean, if we can't get a house, that would be my first choice, to stay there, because we'll have to get a different unit, because Kitty Cat's very comfortable there, roaming the ground. She's like the mascot of the place, and little boy likes to walk him on a leash. So we'll see what happens. So probably my next update won't be until we find out what's going to happen with that house. If we get the second a or we have to look for a third house, and we have the 19 days to get out of our apartment. So it's getting interesting here. Plus, who knows what's going to happen with the election on the 5th of November. Like, all hell might break loose anyway. So who knows, man? It's crazy world out here. Talk to you later.